Happy Friday before Christmas. Ray's pulling up our feeds. We are going to have some fun tonight. We are sewing on a table runner that we've been working on the last couple weeks. So let's be formal here. Oh, welcome to the Sip and Sew. It's Friday night. Woohoo! Well, it has been a fun day around the bridge today. We had more carolers come through this morning. Why is it that small children singing beautiful songs makes me so happy? What are you looking for, girl? So live, this is us right here. Oh. And then, all right, we're pulling up our feeds. I got Ray helping me today. Again, nothing wrong with your color. Yes, my hair is pink. Pink hair, don't care. We did it. We just went for it. All right, let's say hi to some friends and then we will get started. I will tell everybody what we are doing tonight. So first of all, I want to just full disclosure, I do not have a featherweight that I'm sewing on today. I am sewing on my Bernina. I just had her set up and I was running a few minutes late, and so we're rolling with it. No featherweight tonight. Gloria Ann is on from Northern Ontario. Thanks for joining us. Ray, go ahead and give our shout outs to, I can't read that from that far away, so you are definitely gonna have to read it. Say hi to people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Say hi to people on Facebook. What is that? Is
Debbie.
that Debbie Sinclair?
Debbie's
Hi, Debbie. Did you?
Angel's here. Odie.
Odie.
Mel and Joe.
Mel and Joe.
Uh,
What did Odie say?
Odie said, has Mav played recently?
Mav played. You're gonna have to speak up. You have to say.
I'm talking to you.
No, I want you to talk to everybody, sweetie.
Sandy Flower, Elizabeth Sowers, Nancy.
Nancy's on from Lake Stevens.
Franny.
Angel likes my pink hair. Franny's on. All right, let's see here. You breezed past some people here.
No, I didn't.
Angel says this here. Oh, Angel's on break, everybody. Look out. She's going to burn Houston down.
Sandy's in Arizona.
Sandy, you're in Arizona. Nice. Let's see here.
Oh, violinist.
Need to
Max.
borrow one of mine. I don't know, Elizabeth. How many do you have now? I have a featherweight. It's just up on the shelf, and I decided to just roll with the Bernina tonight.
Odie meant Max, the violinist. not
No,
Max.
Max.
He doesn't come on Fridays. He comes on
He
Saturdays.
comes on Saturdays. I think this weekend is going to be ridiculous because it was pretty slow today. Hi, Cindy Matthews on YouTube, and Sandy Martin is on, everybody.
Lisa Meadows.
Oh, good.
Grandma from Arizona.
Hi, Pinky. Whatever, Mel. All right. Grandma's on. Hi, Mom. So here's our table runner. I have started the quilt out on it.
Cindy Wedding is on.
Hi, Cindy. Oh, good. You got your blue maintenance mat. So here's our table runner. And as you can see, I started the quilt out. I got a little fancy. You guys don't have to get so fancy. So I think what we're going to do, I want to talk about what I'm doing in each of the sections. So if you guys want to mimic. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie Pelton. So what we're going to do, I think I'm going to change to my lower.
Della said, are you not using featherweight because she is traveling in clothes?
Kind of. My husband goes, are you throwing is this you pitching a fit about selling your school bell? I said, no. No, this is me just being a little sad that Mary's on her way to Della. Della is going to take such good care of her, though. That part makes me smile. Yeah, all of my machines are on the highest shelf in the store, and I just didn't feel like dragging one down. So, hi, Marcia from Indiana. So yes, Della, your beautiful Mary, Lottie's 1952, and Cynthia Vaughn's in Illinois. Her 54 left today, so yeah, it was a big shipment day. Okay, so let me change to my lower. How am I gonna do this? Camera. Wait, hold on. Okay, there, dashboard. Okay. So, oh yeah. Yeah, move my wine glass out of the shot. Good idea. Okay, so here I am underneath my 770 needle. I have my hopping foot, my...
Blue Diva said you're allowed time to mourn your loss.
Thanks, Polly. I have my hopping foot on today because I'm doing some straight quilting in free motion mode, and also some free motion. So in an effort to not just keep changing feet constantly, we're going to do this. How I am doing this is I'm using my hopping foot and then this extra thick ruler made by Quilter Select, and it's grippy on one side too, which helps things not slide out. The thing is about this hopping foot, the number 72 hopping foot for Bernina, is that it has this hopping foot that puts the needle exactly 1/4 of an inch from each edge of the lip. So that means that when I am using my ruler here to slide against, that I am exactly 1 inch from this line right here. And so I'm making a 1 inch grid in these open boxes in the middle, and I don't have to draw anything out because I'm going to use the marking on my Quilter Select ruler and my hopping foot to do it, which is going to be fun.
That's it.
Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to go first to one of these open blocks. Now, for the record, even though I don't have a featherweight out, you can do this on a featherweight. There is a hopping foot, Westerly makes it, and you can use either the Westerly rulers or this Quilter Select. Honestly, I really like the Quilter Select ruler because it has, it's a little longer than the other one, and so you get a little bit more of a longer pass in. So I'm going to use the ruler lip. I can't turn my light off, friends, so I'm sorry if it's hard to see. It's not like on my featherweight. I could totally turn my light off so y'all can see better. So I'm just going to slide my hopping foot. Maybe there's a better place to see this. Yeah, that's a little bit better, I think. And then I'm going to use the 1 inch markings on here to jockey over 1 inch, so I don't have to mark my grid out. Okay. Then I'm going to line up on my sewn line. So Ray, how was our day today?
Pretty slow and uneventful.
And tell everybody why today is an exciting day.
I don't know.
It's the first day she's not in school. She is done. Ray is done with college. Graduated yesterday, turned in her final assignment. She is done. I'm like, she woke up this morning and I'm like, how's it feel, girl? How's it feel to be totally, have no commitments other than your rigid mother? All right, one more inch jockeying over. So all I'm doing here is a crosshatch in a 1 inch grid. And I love mixing techniques with a straight and a curved design. And again, all of this is very, very possible on your featherweight. But sometimes I think, though, those Westerly feet are a little bit cantankerous because you have to get the foot at the exact right pitch. It doesn't have a forgiving spring on it like the Bernina does. So, Bonnie's on. What's Mel say?
Is it an undergraduate It's just a general degree.
It's an arts and science, right?
Yep.
Arts and humanities. Arts and humanities.
No,
She has her
it's
AA.
Arts and sciences.
Oh.
I took like 10 science classes, so I'm hoping it's an arts and science class. It's just a 2-year associates.
Yeah.
Nothing too special.
She didn't want, she just, for what she wants to do, which is social media and graphics, she really didn't need more than that. So, I mean, she could have continued on, but there would have been no real benefit to her line of work. So, oh, sorry guys. Can't see what she's doing. So tomorrow at the bridge, Santa is coming.
Santa's coming?
I know Santa's coming. I know him.
Deanna Hamilton's on.
Hi, Deanna. How's Napa Vine? All right. What else has everybody been up to this week? Franny, did you guys have any damage from the storms yesterday? We're under another winter snow advisory again. We still have 5 inches from the last 24 hours. Lisa Meadows is on. Hi, Lisa.
Franny asked, are you using the slider under the quilt?
Oh, the Supreme slider. I could. I'm not. Honestly, I don't really need it on this machine. It just glides over really nicely. I really like to use the sliders, the Supreme sliders on my featherweight because then it helps to cover the feed dogs. But my Bernina, the feed dogs go down into the bed of the machine, so I don't really need to have the slider on the Bernina.
Nell made Christmas fruitcake cookies yesterday.
Fruitcake
Apparently,
cookies.
you're ahead of my mother because she hasn't made any Christmas cookies.
I'm trying to be good. Dad's on a low sodium diet.
I didn't know there was salt in cookies.
There is salt in cookies. Yeah, there's sodium in cookies. This is me trying to keep Dad around for 2022.
Granny says it was bad, but we are okay. The winds were 98 miles per hour here, but the fires were really scary here from all the power poles and breaking.
Oh my goodness, that is scary. Is that normal to get these storms in the middle of the winter? I thought it was like a fall and spring thing, not a middle of the winter. Am I mistaken?
Yeah, but all the climates are changing. Hot temperatures too.
Okay. Okay. I'll show you guys what I'm doing here in a second. I'm just gridding these out on a 1-inch crosshatch, using the marks on my ruler to slide, so I don't have to mark anything. It's a really quick and effective way to put something. When you guys get your table runners done, I want to see them. Want to see the work in progress. We'll probably do that next week on Monday. So as you guys finish these up over the weekend, I want you to message me pictures. So yeah, I'm glad Fran made it through safe. Also, Mother Nature really is not very happy. It has been linked to climate change. Let's see here. No, it isn't normal. Okay, searching for a recipe I haven't made in years. No luck yet. I will find it. Thank you for who sent me, Elizabeth. I think you sent me the funeral potato recipe. Thank you. I had not seen that. Judy in Omaha is fine. I talked to her. The storms hit just north of them. Kathy, you like watching the Bernina? I'm sure I'm going to get some flack from someone online about using my Bernina and not my featherweight, but I knew at least my regular girls would be forgiving.
Did you answer these questions?
Let's see. I haven't seen Miss. Can you read me Missy's? Yes, I said Franny's, and I saw Kathy's.
Attended 12 days of Christmas party with 6 couples. We have gathered together for 30 years. Hooray.
Missy, that sounds like so much fun. It looks like we might be able to be in our new old house, by the after Christmas. So actually, the store is going to be closed. We're going to close early on Christmas Eve. Obviously, closed Christmas Day. We're closed Sunday and Monday anyway, so we're going to take that to get settled in the new house, and then we'll be back the following week. Just Tuesday through, we're going to close early again on Friday, with the holiday, with the New Year's Eve holiday. And so I will be nice and well rested when we get back from the new year. I've lined up some busy work because I have a feeling it's going to be pretty slow here in January. So what's Mel say?
I just finished the last of my aprons for 2021. They made a mask to match an apron. Perfect.
Nice, Mel.
And then Franny said, I wanted to use my treadle the other night when we had no power, but my flashlight wasn't bright enough.
First world problems, Franny.
And Missy Fisher said everyone is still married with the whole.
Oh, with that group. That's awesome. That's actually quite amazing these days.
And Franny said, now I have to buy a new broom. I was never told you weren't supposed to use it in high winds.
Francis. Did it get swept away? See what I did there? She's like, okay, Mom. I would like everybody to know that I was the one that finished putting the table runner together.
Someone was working.
Someone was doing her Christmas cards.
Nope, someone was working. Rolled 20-something maintenance mats today.
Okay.
Cindy Matthews said, does the Bernina have a stitch regulator?
So this one does have the BSR, but I actually outrun their thing, so I don't use a stitch regulator. I have her rhythm down. So here is where we're at. I want everybody to see out on these points here, I have some boundary lines, some registration marks that will go away once I iron it. And I also have some out here in the setting triangles that will also go away. So my plan is, you can see here on this one, I have weaved and changed directions out here within the 2-inch boxes. When I iron this, it'll go away. And then I've finished it off with a little feather. And then there's a bigger feather in the green setting triangle also.
Judy is on from Kansas, and Kathy is on from Kirkland.
Kathy, how's it going? I miss you guys out there. My friend was at Gathering Fabric in Woodinville today. El Dorado. Oh, Judy Solomon's on. We did not. Oh
No, not
oh
yet.
no.
Actually, we did have some wind with the snowstorm yesterday.
It's true. You guys, I'm a little concerned about my dress. Notice I have big sleeves today. I'm trying to keep it out of the way of the Bernina. Don't need to sew my sleeve into the... That would be actually kind of hilarious, but... Okay. So one of the reasons why I like this foot, it's kind of my favorite, is I can go between the straight quilting and the free motion quilting without having to change my setup.
Rogers said she just finished making 25 holiday masks for my dentist, all delivered today. Never thought I'd still be making Christmas masks.
I know, isn't that crazy? Gosh. That is a very sweet present, though. All right, Ray, what are you looking forward to?
For what?
Christmas.
Excited to spend Christmas dinner with my aunt and uncle.
She's talking about evil twin Denise. What else is happening next week, Ray?
Nothing.
No one's coming to visit?
No, I don't think so.
Really? No people from Texas at all?
Oh, you mean for family?
Yes.
I thought you meant like friends. I was
No.
like, no. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, that's the next week. I was like, no, that's not this week.
So my mom is coming in, mom and dad, I guess, can't leave dad out, are coming in on Tuesday, which I'm pretty excited about. And then my nephew that I haven't seen since they were visiting
That's 2 Christmases.
several Christmases ago is coming in also, which I'm really excited to see him. So yeah, we're gonna have family around us next week. I'm sure if my mom is around, she probably will be on the show with me next week. Oh, Sheila's on. Hi, Sheila from Minnesota.
Spent the day, most of the day cutting face masks as the infection rates have gone up. And Angel said, you are so awesome at doing this. It's so fun to watch you.
This is seriously my happy place right here. Like, I could literally just zone out and do this all day long. It is an absolute stress reliever for me. All of the Christmas hubbub and the house closing and all of the things just totally goes away when I sit here. What is that amazing smell? Is Dad eating something?
I think Journey and Adam are cooking something.
Cheese and crackers. It smells good.
Smells like turkey con chili.
Yeah, something smells amazing.
Not helping my stomach from being hungry. What are we doing tonight?
I don't know. We gotta think. It'll be something healthy, I'm sure.
Probably City Beach again.
It's the easiest place to eat healthy. How about you guys? Does anybody have any family coming in? Any big Christmas plans? It feels like because of COVID, we've all been isolated and siloed for so long because of, you know, all the restrictions and all that fun stuff. It just feels good to like even think about having family and friends around us this year. And I mean, I know I am really missing some friends from the Seattle area that made all of our, you know, COVID sheltering in tolerable for me. So they're really weighing heavy on my mind this year. And I mean, I'm sure you guys are the same way too. So Andy and Ray and I have theater tickets I'm so excited about tonight. So there's a really old historic theater in town called the Canada. I don't know how to say it. It's old. And they are having a Philharmonic tonight it's you had to buy tickets for a Christmas concert. So that's what we have going later on tonight. I'm pretty excited. Missy, we are moving. So we don't have a close date yet. It looked like it was going to be January 12th, and my husband and I really need to be out of our current rental around the 31st so the new people can move in. And so it looked like we were going to be moving to our trailer in January in the middle of North Idaho, and I was going to lose my mind, but I was like, can we just contact the owner that is that we're buying the house from to see if we can pre-occupy, like do a rent back scenario so we can at least get in there and then close on the 12th. And so we started kind of that process today, and apparently the guy found out our situation about needing to be out of our other place and is willing to push up close. So I think we are literally going to be getting our keys the day after Christmas. Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. You guys are so you guys are so funny. I'm completely transfixed by your sewing. Oh, hi, Sandy Reese. She had to feed her husband. That's very important. Husbands get grouchy when they don't get food. Yay, Mom says she's looking forward to seeing us. Dad is worrying about getting there stranded in Phoenix. We'll be fine. You guys are going to be fine. No one's getting stranded. No one's going to be stranded. Oh, there is no sip and sew, but Mom and I might pop on for a few minutes. There's no scheduled broadcast after Wednesday. We're going to do an interview with some friends downstairs Wednesday, and that'll be it for a scheduled broadcast, but I might jump on intermittently. You never know. Oh, thank you, Deanna. Okay. Okay, looks like just need to move out here. Oh, Polly says that she's safe, Sandy Martin, and unfortunately she's back to shielding, compromised immune system, so busy keeping indoors and making masks. Everyone is getting their pressies, and the rest are going to the hospitals. Are you going to join me on here? I just...
I also don't really have to go to the bathroom, but just waiting.
Nope, can't potty. Itchy nose. So notice that I'm not, until I complete my motif, I'm not stopping the machine. It's hard to pick up a pattern once you've stopped and not lose your shape. There's nothing wrong with old standard straight line quilting, Sandy. Nothing wrong with it. Let's see here. This is what I want to do. Oh, standing up with the long arm. It's an easy to convert. I'm hoping that Santa brings me an extension table for my featherweight. I've been good this year, Santa. I will say that there is something about having a lot of room to spread your hands around the machine that makes this a lot easier. Am I putting everybody to sleep? Don't fall asleep. I'm using the 72 hopping foot, Kathy, on my Bernina. So what's funny is I bought this machine. I bought it 6 months before Tula. This is the Tula Pink 770. I bought this machine when it was still on pre-order. And you guys will think this is funny, but I decided that my husband really wanted me to have it, and I still had the old Virtuoso 180 model. Bernina, and I bought it like 25 years ago when I had started quilting, and honestly she was still doing a great job, so I didn't see why I needed to upgrade. Well, so I did this quilt as you go thing, which one day I will release with you guys. It's a quilting skill builder block of the month deal. It's already constructed, the patterns just aren't written yet, but someday I'll release it onto you guys. And anyway, I started my project on this Bernina 180. I was going to finish it even though my Tula Pink machine was coming. And the morning that my Tula Pink machine arrived, like I even had the shipping information on it, the motherboard went out on that Virtuosa. It was like it knew I was going to cheat on her. And so my husband was like, see, aren't you glad that I, forced you to get this brand new Tula Pink Bernina? You would have been out buying a Bernina that day and it wouldn't have been the one you really wanted. And he was right, because I had to have the bigger, as much as I love my featherweights, there's really no I have a need for both. So you need to have your big modern machine. And then I use my featherweights for everything else. But anyway, it was pretty funny because I can't believe that machine died the day that this one showed up. But what started me on this is the Bernina here came with a bunch of stuff. It came with like the matching luggage, and it came with all these presser feet, but it didn't have the regular free motion foot that I really liked. It came with more of like an embroidery foot, and then it didn't have the walking foot. It had the even feed thing built in, like the Foth, but not the walking foot. So I landed up spending, you guys sitting down, because it's a Bernina, another $1,000 on feet and embroidery hoops that I wanted to have with this machine. It just cracks me up because like you can buy almost every foot you need for the featherweight for like all of the feet together combined $60. That is not the case on the Bernina. So anyway, this hopping foot came out afterwards, and I had been a Westerly instructor with the rulers. And so I knew I wanted a hopping foot to be able to go between the straight lines and the curved lines. It's just easier if you're doing a bigger project to not have to change feet and all that fun stuff. So so this foot was another whatever $100 and something. And then they came out with the couching thing, which is where another little thing that you can snap on here, and then you can run like embroidery floss through the machine. I have to tell you, I know how to couch. I learned it, well, Reagan was, how old were you? 7. So you quilt from the top with clear thread, and you flip it over and you quilt it from the bottom. So you load that embroidery floss into your bobbin, and because obviously it will never flow through a needle. So, but anyway, so I landed up, I did not get the couching thing, because I have to tell you, in all of the years since I learned how to couch something, I have never once thought, you know what this quilt needs? It needs some couching. Never once has that ever crossed my mind. So I decided I did not need the couching accessory that went with this 72 foot. No, you're not allowed, Polly says. Sandy, that's not boring. I think my shoulders would be so tense from free motion quilting. You have to, like, you can't wear your shoulders as earrings. You need to just drop your shoulders and breathe and just relax, and free motion quilting comes much easier, and you don't have your neck is not all tight. Bernina's know when you are upgrading. Oh, really? Oh my gosh, it happened to your mom's too. Oh, thank you, Franny. She likes my holiday nails. I do sell, not an embroidery foot, Marcia, but I sell the free motion foot for the featherweight. It's $12 whole. $12 whole. Seems like a good deal. Mom, so couching is where you use a thick embroidery floss instead of like a thread, and it adds a level of dimension and interest to your quilts. That's what couching is. Couching is basically using embroidery floss, not thread, for quilting. And it can be done on the home sewing machine. It doesn't, you just have to quilt it from the back, basically. Oh, Della, you have an 1130. That's a fabulous machine. I need to check and see what, I don't know if there's a hopping foot that fits the 1130. I feel like that might be before the time. But if you can get one for it, worth every penny. Every penny. I've heard that from my Bernina friends. A little pricey for extras, but yes, for sure. I will say that after all is said and done, and me really digging in about never upgrading my machine in 26 years, I really am kicking myself 100 times for not upgrading before then, because this machine, Free Motion's like an absolute dream boat, and it has a massive neck, which means I can do all of my bigger pieces in here. Because let's face it, you know, space is the featherweight's only drawback. And if you have a big machine, a big modern machine, it's okay. You can do your piecework and your smaller projects on your featherweight, and then you can use your big beastie machine for free motion quilting and for quilting your bigger projects. Side step. Well, that wasn't very pretty. Don't tell anybody. You can use the underbraiding attachment for the featherweight. Oh, there you go. There you go. It put me off buying a computerized Bernina. I stick with my old 870 Mimatic. Yeah. Wear your shoulders as earrings. My Tai Chi instructor says that to me all the time. Yes, we need to drop our shoulders and relax. We don't want to wear our shoulders as earrings. I know. We are all looking forward to the Quilt As You Go 2022. I am a little behind on my design work. And I have Omaha, so I'm going to be in Omaha in June of this next year. And we are doing a Quilt As You Go project that I'm going to design from scratch. And it was due this weekend. And I haven't started yet. Y'all, it's Christmas time. I need to figure that out pretty darn soon. Judy is going to be calling me and saying, "Woman, what are you doing?" I guess Reagan abandoned ship. If I actually don't have her sewing, she's not interested. Oh, yeah. My mom said, "How great is it that you can communicate with all of us and still concentrate on your sewing?" Well, all I can say is I'm glad this is not a high definition camera. You can see all my little tiny mistakes. So here's another little free motion tip for you all. When you're doing a long line like this, it's really good to not stop or break midway through it. You'll never pick your stitch up as smoothly as when you stopped. So when I'm doing this feathers, I'm going to travel up the spine and around the top hump and then stop at that inside corner so I can readjust my hands. You want to minimize your stopping in the middle of a nice smooth curve or a long straight line, because you'll never pick that up again as smoothly as when you stopped. You want to wait till there's a natural like change in direction or an inside point on your motif before you stop. So I usually try and plan my hands out so I don't have to stop in the middle of a motif. Notice that my hands are very much out of my sewing area. The acrylic extension tables definitely help that because I've actually sewn my hands 3 times. Hi Greta, thanks for joining us. Ooh, she said just made and ate chicken marsala. Must learn free motion, ruler seams. A good next step. Yes, welcome Greta. And you can send me some of that chicken marsala. That sounds amazing. They aren't mistakes, they're design elements. Right, Angel, right. Oh, thanks, Franny. Is that my Christmas present? No, Nancy Gurdon. I think this little darling is going to be for sale here in my small quilt section of the store. So another little trick that I learned over the years is I finished my motif here in the center crossing point, and my next place I want to start is up here. So I used my ruler to hide my stitches in the seam here so I didn't have to break threads and reestablish. I like doing almost everything in a continuous line quilting pattern, and I travel around in the seams to help cut down on time, because if you have to, you know, cut threads and reestablish somewhere else in the quilt, it's kind of a pain. You got to bring your threads up, you got to do your locking stitches. So I try to use that little trick of hiding my stitches in the seams so I'm not breaking threads and reestablishing somewhere else. Lolly, hi, your machine's on her way. Thanks for saying hello. Oh my gosh, I'm so thrilled. You are gonna love that little sweetheart. Hi, Sandra Garcia, thanks for joining us. Let's see here. I'm also not doing myself any favors by having dark thread on light fabric. For those of you who are in more of a beginning phase of quilting, it will be much more forgiving if you try to color match your thread or use the clear Monty poly thread that we carry on our website, so that way you're not changing colors. It's amazing how, you know, the right thread color will hide a multitude of you know, imperfections, or as Angel says, artistic appointments, design choices. Does anybody else chew on their lip when they're concentrating? I find myself chewing on my lip. Okay. Let's see here. Rotate my sandwich around here. I do. So once I'm done with this whole center piece, my last thing is going to be echoing these setting triangles. I'll probably put my walking, well, I'll probably just use the hopping foot since it's easier than changing feet. It is better than sticking my tongue out. That's a good point. Hi, Gail Hammersberg. Thanks for joining us over on YouTube. So when Rea was danced on stage more when she was a younger ballerina, she would totally chew her lip. And I remember her getting in trouble by her ballet mistress for the contorting her face. And I was like, oh, I wonder where she gets that from. It's us thinking. It's how we think. Don't run over a pin, Darlene. Good Lord. Hi, Gwen. Thanks for joining us over on Facebook. Hi, Judy P. Oh, she says best wishes for a great holiday and time with friends and family. Look forward to seeing you after the holidays. That's so sweet. I look forward to seeing you too, Gwen. So another really common question I get asked with free motion quilting is, how do you get your stitches? Oh, she's in crackers. Of course, I go to say this, and then I had got caught on a pin. How do you get your stitches to look so even? So I want to give everybody who's still on what I would call a free motion quilting journey to perfection. First of all, perfection is never going to be attained. I am 26 years in. I literally just had a little boo-boo over here. Give yourselves a break. You're not going to be perfect. You will get to the point where you feel like you can brag about your work to your neighbor at the mailbox, but nothing you do is ever going to be perfect. So stop trying to be perfect. There's a progression of skill set when it comes to free motion quilting. And for some reason, everybody is always so caught up with the stitch length. To be perfectly honest with you guys, the stitch length is the last of the skills in the progression of skill set that will come together. First, you have to learn your machine, develop a relationship between the speed of your hands and the speed of the machine, how fast you have to move your hands, how consistent you have to move your hands. And then the next thing is trying to hone control over where your line of quilting goes. So speed of hand, speed of machine, the relationship between the two. The next skill to develop is control over where your stitches go. Think of like a kindergartner that uses their finger to trace the line of something. That's what you want to do with your sewing machine when you're quilting. And then after many hours of practice, so that you have the muscle memory, that you know what where you're going next. You don't have to stop and think, oh, what happens when I hit this part of the motif? Where do I go? Then and only then will your stitch length even out. But for some reason, everybody's always so caught up in that. Honestly, I'd rather see small stitches than big stitches. They're probably not going to get torn out by a dog's toenail or whatever. And everybody just needs to give themselves a little bit of a break. The comparison stuff will just kill whatever joy you're experiencing from your craft. Don't compare yourselves to other people. You are your own quilting goddess. You are the queen of your own quilting universe, and you don't need to compare yourself to anybody. Let's face it, half your friends do not know how to thread a needle. So the fact that you can make an entire quilt, there you go. Hats off to you. People's concentration faces. Polly, are you saying my face is hilarious? Gloria Ann said, I tried free motion quilting and found the quilt too stiff. I like mine soft, so I stick with SID, stitch in the ditch. And I find it easier for tying standout more happy to stay here. See, Gloria Ann knows what makes her happy. That's good. Maybe free motion quilting isn't for everybody. Let's see, Deanna says, safe. Oh, thanks, guys. Deanna, thanks for tuning in. Exactly. That's exactly right, Miss Angel. They probably can't even thread a needle. All right. I think with that, Seam, I am going to excuse myself. I will be back on Monday for our last Ask the Doctor. If there's any questions you'd like me to answer for that show, then please feel free to send your questions to info@featherweightdoctor.com. I want to thank everybody for joining me this year, today. Honestly, there's so many of you that have brought me so much joy over the last year. If we do not get to see each other next week with all of your holiday plans, please have a blessed Christmas and a happy new year. We are going to be on Monday and Wednesday next week, and then no other scheduled broadcasts between now and the end of the year. So I absolutely can't wait to spend more time with you in 2022. Thanks for hanging out today with me and my fancy. Sorry. Who let me have the technology? Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. You are a blessing. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.